My name is Sarah Lee, and I am from Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm Pablo Cantero. I'm from Córdoba, Argentina.
I'm Don Stauffer. I'm a science teacher in West Sacramento, River City High School.
My name is Roy Wilson. I'm from New York City.
I'm Ricky Slabbert. I'm from South Africa, from the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University.
I teach at Learwood Middle School.
I'm a physics teacher of the University Nacional of Córdoba.
I teach biology and chemistry.
I teach AP Physics B and Honors Physics at Blair Academy.
I'm the manager of Science, Technology, Engineering and Related Management field.
What we did with the workshops is that we had some basic information given to us about the operation of the units, some guided plug-in activities and using basic usage techniques, how to access information, how to access help about the systems, and then we were turned loose, which was an incredibly powerful way of actually learning how to use them.
We have done quite a lot on the using how to use the sensors and also the software that goes with it.
The workshop was very, very thorough, so I feel very comfortable with the whole linking together of everything. And it was also wonderful to have time to think and kind of troubleshoot.
We learned about how to use each tool, what powerful things they have, and how to manage them to be really integrated in our classes.
So it was an incredible opportunity to become familiar with equipment, but actually, and more important, not just familiar, but to be able to use it and get our hands on it, to feel it, to know how it would work in our classroom.
The highlights were certainly, we had just bought 3 different probes, and so I was actually able to work with those probes and get some really good hands-on and what I can do with the students, what I think they'll gain from their experience with this equipment.
I've had the most fun being able to just tinker around with some of the sensors and getting direction on some of the things I may not have understood coming in.
One of the highlights was the ability to talk with my colleagues from other places in the world, as it turns out, find out what they're doing in their classrooms, how the PASCO equipment is going to help them for what they do. Also to share my experiences in my classroom and how the PASCO equipment is going to help me, and then bounce out ideas off of each other about how we intend to use them.
Attendees at this conference were amazing to me. I really had no idea who would be here with people from all over the country and also the world. It's really dynamic.
We can discuss some ways of teaching, some point of view on each activity, on how to point the concept of the lab that we were making and discuss some. It was a very good experience, and I hope that I continue connecting with them.
The big highlight is just being here at PASCO and seeing the production, seeing all of the meetings, so many of the people that work here, and what a really fantastic company it is.
It all seems to work, which is you plug it in and it does exactly what it's designed to do, and it's nice knowing that you can plan a lab around a specific measurement and know that your device is going to do exactly that.
PASCO equipment is durable, and I think it is student-proof. I also believe that it is extremely user-friendly, and there's great support in order to get through any bumps maybe that there are.
The data collecting was very good. I'm very happy with how the whole package is actually put together, how everything actually eventually interlinks. It's really well done, it's really well researched.
What I liked best is the brand new inquiry lab activities. One of the things that is hard for me as a teacher is finding enough time to put together great lab activities for kids. And I found that these PASCO labs, even if they were guided to illustrate a well-established scientific principle, had lots of places in the lab activity where students had to stop and think about what they were doing and why. And I think that's going to be an incredible learning tool.
Now we're definitely going to use everything. I want to try out everything, all the different aspects of what PASCO has to offer.
It's definitely eased the anxiety a little bit. I'm a young teacher, and I'm going to a situation where, you know, I'll have to do and figure things out very quickly, and I'm making things up as I go along, and I'm excited about the fact that, you know, I'll have such good support on the other end of the phone when I need the help. So that's good to know.
In terms of the students, I think they're just going to love seeing this technical equipment. They're going to enjoy the hands-on. They're going to feel really smart, that they're competent and capable in science, and I'm really excited about that.
I really believe that my lab classes are going to be much better than before.
It's one thing to have all of this stuff sitting in a cabinet in the hallway in our science storage area, and then kind of look at it and pull it out and, oh yeah, I could use the pH sensor for something, or I can use the temperature for something, but not really be familiar with it to be able to be in front of a class of 35 kids with all the attention that's required by those 35 kids as they are going through some type of activity and having to learn the system at the same time. So this workshop has given me enough familiarity with them, so if a kid raises his or her hand and says, what do I do now? I feel fairly confident that I'm going to be able to walk up to them and say, well, try this, and be able to move on and have a successful lab activity.
One of my principal goals, just to tell my colleagues what I have learned here, so they can use in the same way I will use the tools we have in Argentina.
When I know that when I go back, now I don't have to worry so much about handling the software, and I can actually deal with the experimentation.
When I'm back in my school, I know who to call, when to call, and actually I'm going to remember probably who that person was because I got a chance to meet them.
I really passed a very good time here at PASCO. I found people very kind that was everything they could to be kind for me and for me to feel well, and they really met that aiming because I really felt very well. It was a great experience for me, just not only for what I learned, just also because I met really good people. It was a very nice experience. I recommend it.
The food's good. You guys take pretty good care of us. It's good knowing also that you guys are so knowledgeable in all the material and the science behind it. So knowing that I'll come and I'll say I need this thing to work this way, and it won't necessarily be a mystery to the folks on the other end of the phone.
People I met, incredibly intelligent but very down to earth, easy to talk to, relatable, know how to break things down to a relatable explanation, and that's a benefit, I believe, for everyone that I have met.
This is a very open and a very friendly company. If I've got a question, I feel very comfortable contacting somebody and getting some help. And I'm pretty assured that I'm going to get a very positive response from this person, and someone who's actually cares about whether or not that I can get the PASCO equipment to work or not. And that's an important part of me feeling comfortable about using it on a regular basis in my classroom.